How you doing, guys? Welcome to ZukaTube, and today I'm excited that we are finally reviewing the movie Super Mario Brothers. Well, the Super Mario Brothers movie, and not to be, obviously compared to the old one with John Leguizamo, who fucking blows. But that just came out April 5th, 2023. That's distributed by Universal Pictures. It's done by Illumination. This ain't no like Disney Pixar type shit. This is out in theaters right now, and it is crushing it. It is the highest grossing animated film right now to date. It is just skyrocketing and giving a big FU to Disney, so we are very happy about that. Then we'll talk about it. We'll give you our review. And then, at the end afterwards, we'll do a little bit of a spoiler section. And by we, I mean me and my co-pilot, Tessa.
Hi, guys.
Before we get into this, like, rumble, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Let's go and read this summary. It says, with help from Princess Peach, Mario gets ready to square off against the all-powerful Bowser to stop his plans from conquering the world. And, yeah, let's get into this trailer here. Bing, ding, ding.
That's a go.
But the way they do it, I think they do a good job. Everybody's voices overall are pretty good.
But I'm about to rule the world.
Jack Black does Bowser.
Wow,
Awesome.
like you.
I usually don't like actors as voice actors, but
outfit with a hat with the letter of his first name on it.
Together, we are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us.
I mean, the animation is great. They pretty much give you nods to just about everything overall Mario related you can think of. I mean, not like everything, but like as far as the differences in games.
There's a huge universe out there
Awesome watching them use power-ups.
with a lot of galaxies.
All the Mario Kart stuff is really cool. Yeah, very cool. Bam. That's the trailer, and it's the general gist of the movie. Now, the only thing that they do differently here is basically Mario and Luigi, they're plumbers in New York, and they do this like over-the-top commercial where they do the accents and everything, and they kind of try to sell the exaggerated style of the business and the name and the logo and everything as like Italian plumbers. And that's the joke in the beginning, right? And he's kind of down and out. They're not doing so well with their job. And one thing leads to another, and they end up deep down, and then like they find one of the green tubes, and they get sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom, or the expansive world of, Mario's land. They get introduced to this whole situation where Bowser's infatuated with, Peach, and every king of his kingdom needs a queen, right? So he discovers Peach and is infatuated with her and wants to kidnap her. And then Mario and Luigi come into the fray, and it's just they get into the mix, and he wants to capture her. They want to rescue her. They want to all stop Bowser, and that's the story. And that's it. It's just pretty basic. And one thing I'm going to note is if you do not know Mario stuff at all, like, you're not going to understand what the hell's going on at all in this. They are, like, unforgivable, like, fan service people here. They don't care. They're like, Mario, that's what you're coming to see. You'll understand when you see it. Otherwise, like, we don't know what to tell you. Go buy a game.
It kind of makes me wish that I didn't know about Mario just to see what the perception would be of this movie.
For sure. But they do a really good job overall showing you nods to all different things within the world of Mario games.
I kind of like chuckled a couple of times. I don't think I really hard laughed at many things.
I think a lot of the humor like was kind of going hand in hand with references to the games too, and that's kind of more what I liked about it. And they made the humor at least dumbed down enough that kids are gonna like it.
Yeah.
So that was really good. There are some cons I have with this film. I don't like the imbalance with characters in this. And like a lot of people are going to like that I've, heard, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard out there are like, oh, you know, Peach is like too OP and all this stuff. She's more based like her character in Super Smash Brothers. Like, she's very over the top, powerful with the weapons and all this stuff and doing moves and like just really over, like succeeds at everything. And that's not her. If you're playing Mario games, she's the helpless princess.
I definitely think that she was too upfront for the type of thing that they were going for. I definitely think that Mario should have at least been a little bit less clumsy and a little bit more like catching on quickly to the world that is around him. I think that would have suited it a lot better.
You know, you're going to want things to balance out pretty good as you watch it and then see things develop as like they introduced later games. Like, don't go right to Smash Brothers-esque personality of characters till later on in the games, right? Like, I would think. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. It's a fun movie. It's all right to watch. Like, some stuff was just like, okay, very typical. You know, the story's very typical. It's lacking. It's not anything spectacular. You know, but the characters are enjoyable. It's funny. You know, especially like Jack Black's song for Peaches is like
it's going
Peaches
crazy. It's going wild.
Yeah,
like
like
everybody loves it. It's now going to be like its own single. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, and I can see this movie just kind of getting a lot more hype just because people are tired
They make a lot of money off of it.
of movies that are very specific to like a certain emotion or something that's going on in modern day, you know, like social topics and stuff. And this is like, no,
None of
we're
that.
making a movie for a game that like people were playing heavily, you know,
Back in the
decades
day,
ago.
yeah.
Like, we ain't playing around. This, you trust me, if you're a Mario game player, like, you'll like it, and that's all we got. Like, and that works, and people love that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would definitely give it a 7 out of 10. What would you give it?
I want to say 7, but I also want to say 7.5 because I still think as like, if you look at it as a child's movie, it's perfect. And that's what like makes me want to give it a 7.5 because you don't see that nowadays. Like, I don't get grossed out in any part of it. I don't feel weird or uncomfortable or awkward. And I'm just glad that the like relationship parts between the characters are very, 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 very PG. Like, that is the one thing I love about it. I'll go with 7.5.
All right, so we got a 7 and a 7.5.
I would say recommend, but
It ain't nothing special.
yeah, like, it's just a normal, cool, good movie. It should be the basic template of children's movies and things like that, or like
Yeah, absolutely. Now, spoiler time. Spoilers.
we did it different last time.
At the end of this film, and the final duel happens where Mario and Luigi have to fight Bowser and all that stuff, and they get some help at the end when they're getting their asses kicked, and they get their little star of invincibility and basically whoop the shit out of Bowser.
I love that part.
Yeah, it's very cool. I wish it was more of a situation where they were starting to learn more and were more innovative and doing more Mario-esque stuff and then got the star as an assist rather than them just kind of getting their asses kicked and stuff like that. It didn't show much progress for them. It just kind of was like, hey, if we can get it at the right time and give it to you, you'll at least make it and we'll all win. That's a little bit less entertaining to me.
I agree with what you say when they get the star. I definitely wish it was more of a effort for them to get it. I wish it kind of went into a little bit more of like what happened after.
Yeah. Very cool. And I'd like to see them expand and just do more Mario universe related stuff. It would be really fun. If you're a Mario fan, definitely check this one out. That's a 7 and a 7.5 on the review. So that's like a 7.25. Oh, man. If you've already seen it, let us know what you think. ZukaTube, out.
Bye, guys.
You can't do shit without me. Real like the radio and never play it, but that's cool. The enemy's supposed to hate it.